Hello everybody, it's a long time since I posted a video, but the video you're going to see is not really about the shed, it's about something that I made in there, and just as a bit of a challenge. So there's a group on Facebook and a YouTube channel, Poor Boys RC, run by Phil, and every year he organises a challenge, speed challenge or something. And this year the challenge was to use a Tamiya MF-01X chassis and make it go as fast as you can. Now, this piqued my interest because that's the chassis I use under Project 959, which is a short wheelbase, high ride height rally chassis. It's not designed to go fast. So in the evenings, in between stuff, as a bit of an unwind, I put together a car. I'll show you pictures of it. And not really knowing what I'm doing, just fuddled it together to make it into something that it's not supposed to be, like everybody else. And there were three categories. There was the stock brushed motor, which means stock kit really with a brushed motor. Stock brushless motor, which is pretty much the stock kit with a brushless motor. You could go a little bit left and right, you had to use an original Tamiya body. Or there was the unlimited class. Guess which one I went for. Yeah. So basically, the rules are, do what you want, as long as it's got a Tamiya body on it, or a reproduction. So, I've made the custom parts, still do, for the Mercedes Sauber C11 Group C car, and I had a body left over, and I thought, why not stretch this MF-01X, which is typically 239mm, I believe, and its longest setting to 280mm. Yep. And the overall width was, I think, 160mm. Now it's 200mm. And normally it has rubber tyres on it, which are 24mm wide. And now they're about 60mm wide, I think. Didn't measure them yet. So you can see it's a bit of a recipe for travelling into the unknown. And certainly for me, which I've never really driven a fast RC car. So I threw this thing together basically, and it's Poor Boys RC. It's cost me the receiver, GPS receiver, which tracks the speed, which we need to do, and the tyres, which I had already in my parts box for a project, and this happens to be the project, I guess. And the rest has been sketched out and printed, 3D printed by me, because that's the sort of thing I do. Just in the evenings after work, in between Project 959 things, just to unwind. And yeah, so this morning, and it'll follow after this little intro of why is Rob not in the shed making stuff, and why is he outside in the garden talking about another stupid idea. So I took it out for a run. The first time it's turned its wheels really. No, it's not that fast, you'll see. Faster than I expected for the first run. But I live in a small country, and I think I need a bit of tarmac that's longer than this country. I'm kidding. So that's the next task, is to find a nice flat bit of road, because this thing has only got 4mm ground clearance instead of, I think the Project 959 has like 15mm ground clearance. So yeah, I've challenged myself here. And to me, more the challenge is actually the building of the creation of this wacky idea, and how it looks, how it performs. It'll outperform me, that's for sure. So maybe I should find a skilled driver to take it on track or something, just to see how fast it will go. It's not going to go anywhere near as fast as some of the guys that are in the challenge already, because they're pushing the limits of everything. I'm still running a 2-cell LiPo, a short pack, relatively mild motor. I'm not going to go stupid with it. I don't want it to self-destruct. So yeah, it's a bit of fun. Anyway, it's Sunday now. The video of the first run will come up in a moment. Right, so I found a car park. It's not that flat. It's might have some debris on it, I don't know. I've got just switch the camera around. Okay, so I've got some timing gear, little camera on there. And most importantly, I've got the MF-01X Experimental. Now this has turned a wheel, literally just across the living room floor to get the tracking a bit sorted out. I've got one battery with me, so I'm going to plug that in, switch it on, and give this thing a bit of a shakedown. So the body can come off. Okay, so the satellite's been picked up. That's what we've got. I've got a single battery with me, like I said. Power it up. I've got to plug the battery in, of course. Huh? Muppet. Right. Power it up. There. I just want a bit of tape on the back, on the gearbox, because I've put a hole in it to adjust the mesh of the gears so I can see it. I don't want stones going in there, so a bit of electrical tape on there. There we go. It's got satellites. It's got the shell on. Fit quite snugly down. I'm quite happy about that. I'm not taping it down or anything just yet. This is literally a shaky downy raw. It's only running on 2S. I've got no massive expectations of this. I just hope it's faster than stock. To me it's been so far more of a build challenge. Okay, body on. Let's get this out here. Body's on. Have a look at that. Okay, we have a walk around before it gets put on its roof. Probably trashed. You know how this goes. Steering is okay. What have we got to do here? It's the first time I use this thing. GoPro's on there. Hope we can see that. So it's track, I think, and start. Is that correct? Let's just do a little run to see. I'll put this down here, see if it does anything. Right, let's give it a run. It's going to be hitting the deck, I can hear it. Charlie's already hitting the deck. Yeah. Oh, I am gently on that throttle. I guess the body will grind itself down. I am just touching it, Don't want to use the brake, I need to get the brake off of it. Okay, let's get a bit of range. Come back and give it a squeeze, build up the speed. Don't touch the brake, Rob. I'm not even touching anywhere near full gas. I'm shaking quite a bit because it's, we hear it, wheel spin. I'm going to need a bigger car park. A lot more runoff space. Let's come around here. You touch the brake, it's just throwing it in reverse. Yeah, I need a bigger car park, that's for sure. I'm going to try over here. I've got more space over here. I can get a bit more run up. I'm not even half throttle yet. And that's brake, and it just throws the back end out. It's easier just to slow it down by just turning. Oh my goodness. Oh, and it's crashed. Under my car. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Where'd he go? Oh, he's okay. He's sitting under there. Hey, let's go and see what the reading says before I grab that out. It just hit the tyre. Let's see what it says. Stop. Read. Ah, it's in kilometres an hour, of course. So I've got to get that changed. That's got to. So I'm not even on touching half throttle. So let's give this another go, shall we? I'm going to get the car out. End of play for today. What happened was it went under my car, which is look, nothing else here, of course. It's like hitting a tree when you fly an aeroplane. All I've done, because the front body posts are 3D printed, it's just given a bit of a knock under there and just knocked that. So it's knocked them off. But that was not even, this is quite scary actually. I didn't expect that. 53, yeah, 53 it's done. Just turn that around. This where it's registered, so it's not fast, but I wasn't even, I think, a third of the throttle, not even, just a fraction of a second just to give it some beans. So I'm going to need a lot longer runoff area, maybe along here, but there's a big dip down there and there's a gully over here, drainage gully, so I've got to be careful of. And it's the first time I'm doing this, so I'm going to get some more handling runs in, I think. Yeah, before I do that. Anyway, 53, I don't know, that's not much. What's that, 30 miles an hour? I have to calculate, so it's faster than box. It's easily going to do double that. I'm pretty sure of that. It's just a matter of my skills in driving. And that was just rolling back into the car. I just rolled it into the wheel. So I print a new part, put that on, ready to roll again next time. There you go, first run with the experimental. Everything else is intact. Back to the office. Back in the office, got the car, and the front sacrificial part has given away, which is what it's supposed to do. Took the body post down. Shouldn't have broken it, shouldn't have hit my car, but hey. 53 kilometres an hour, it's 33 miles an hour. That's pitiful. Pitiful, isn't it? But when I was looking, I was just doing this, not that, just doing that, just building it up. So it's going to easily go twice that speed, which is going to be beyond my skill level, I think. So if anyone wants to come over and give it a good squeeze, come on over. Yeah, I'm quite happy. It runs very, very smoothly, which I'm very surprised at. The suspension seems to work very good. It's very, very stable. It turns very nicely. Surprising when you consider the amount of scrub on those front wheels, but I've limited the EPA a lot. but it was turning at quite high speed. Oh, quite high speed. It's only doing 30 miles an hour, but it doesn't feel like it's going to roll over that easily, which is nice. So I'll get those parts printed. I'm going to start looking for another location. I think I need a lot more runoff area, and roads around here are usually concrete slab stuff, and we live in a hilly area, so I want it flat. I don't want to go up or downhill. So the quest continues. Anyway, Shakedown Run, it worked very, very well. I was very happy, and there's a lot more to come in that little car, I think. Awesome.